Well, hello. Hi, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. I like the green earrings.
I was feeling very 80s.
I know, it reminds me of the Go-Go's.
I've got an 80s vintage
Nice.
80s surf shirt on. Let's do a little neon
You know
summer
what?
vibes.
There's a lot of things I miss about the 80s. A lot of things I like about today, but I miss a lot of stuff about the 80s. What I notice, honestly, the biggest difference, in kids is there are a lot of kids that don't know how to socialize now. Like they don't know how to talk. It is very strange and sad in a way. And then I notice there are a lot of kids that don't have friends, which is sad.
Yeah, it seems like it's hard to find good friends. Gets harder and harder to find good friends these
What
days.
I think of that line that you dropped on the last show a lot. The one about I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies.
Yeah,
And I think the older you get, the more that makes sense.
for sure. I mean, I think even like I want to say even at my daughter's age, they're starting to really be so much more emotionally intelligent, and they're starting to realize like quality of friends over quantity matters. At
Yeah.
least in my house
Good.
and her close friends. I can't speak for all the kids but yeah, I don't know, but I feel really blessed that we live in like kind of a small town where the kids do still play. You know what I mean by like go out in the street and walk
Yeah.
around and walk to each other's house
Well, that's
and
cool.
walk and get yogurt. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
still live a very normal existence. So I love seeing that because yeah, so many kids are just attached to the device, right?
They are. It's interesting. I'd say half my friends who have younger kids. I had kids when I was young, so my kids are much older than my friends' kids. And at the same time, it seems like half of them have kids who have friends and half have kids who don't have any friends. Like all the way up to age 18, like no friends.
That's really rough.
Yeah.
That's really rough because you can feel so left out, right? So like
Yeah.
so many things are going on. Your first parties are happening, proms are happening, school
Yeah.
dances are things are happening. Yeah. I took Keegan to Huntington Beach for her 15th birthday, and she was able to bring 3 friends. And that's a place where I just rented them bikes
That's
and
cool.
was like, have at it, go have fun, and like just check in. Um, so and I feel really great about that because I know she knows the neighborhood. I trust the neighborhood. It's like another one of the small town vibes where you can just, run around like a kid and be free, and the beach is right there. And then, mixed with a little technology where you can stalk their location at all times. Right? So I know where she's at no matter what. So it's like this extra peace of mind. You got to love
Overall,
it.
overall, when she turns 15, do you start doing the math in your head of how many years do I have left of her being in my house? Like, does it scare you?
I don't really do that. I kind of try to keep it one step at a time. Like right now, I'm like, oh dear, before I know it, we're going to deal with driving.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
like
yeah.
I have to get through that part first. We've got to live through that.
That's right. I didn't even think about that part. I was just thinking about when she graduates high school and whatever's next for her, you know?
Yeah, and I'll think about that after we survive driving.
Are you a good teacher when it comes to teaching driving?
We'll find out.
Well,
I think I'm fine.
did you do it with your older daughter? Did you teach her to drive?
Yeah, but also they have to like to get their permit, they have to go with an instructor on the
Yeah.
road. And I feel good about that. I feel good about go with that person for your first like
Yeah.
few hours, and then I'll be cool because it won't be your first time, and you'll probably, you'll be a little bit more used to it. And don't they have like controls in the car? Doesn't the
They have the brake.
Yeah, they're the brake.
They have that brake on the other side, you
Yeah,
know?
and they can grab the steering wheel, right? Like they're really good at that. So like I'm very into doing that first, and then I'm fine. But there's a lot of great places to practice around here because we can go to Griffith Park,
Yeah.
and there's like these windy roads with not a lot of traffic. There's like the big zoo parking lot when they're closed. Um, And I let her drive in a parking lot not too long ago just to see like how it goes. And
Yeah.
it all went really smooth.
Good.
Yeah.
Good deal. Driving in Los Angeles, for anyone who's listening to this show that does not live in LA. I mean, I'm in Southern California, but I'm down in San Diego and I lived in LA for a long time. Driving to LA is really hard, especially being a new driver. Like when I go to Los Angeles now, my mindset is okay, now we got to be aggressive again because you will not get into where you need to be unless you can be aggressive also to kind of fight for your way on the road. It is not easy to learn to drive in Los Angeles.
I know. And it's like the one place where sometimes it's better not to use your blinker because if you use your blinker, nobody's going to let you over. And my advice for driving in LA is sort of the key is you really have to anticipate what the other drivers are doing. You have to
Always,
pay more attention to what they're doing than what you're
always,
doing, really.
always. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
But
it's it's true. But yeah, it's not easy. I mean, and it's funny as I learned how to drive in Tennessee and then moved to back to LA when I was almost 16. And I was like, whoa, this is a lot different than driving in Nashville. It was a lot different. You know what I mean? And
yes.
then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I remember this is kind of a crazy driving story, but I ditched school the first time I ever ditched school in my life. And I borrowed my cousin's car. I didn't have a car at the time. And the first thing I do is I'm going to drive from West LA over the hill to the valley where some of my buddies hanging out. And we're going to ditch and we're going to go to his house because he had Ferris Bueller's Day Off on VHS and he had Back to the Future. And we're going to watch those while we're supposed to be in school. And I have the music blaring. And man, I make a left turn on Sepulveda on a Victory. And I sound like that skit from Saturday Night Live. And, and the music's so loud, I cut off an ambulance that was
Oh no.
flying down Sepulveda, and I went right through the intersection, and it stopped my heart. And then as I pulled over, people are driving by, flipping me off and cussing at me, and what are you doing? And it shook me that I cut off an ambulance. I couldn't believe it. You know,
That music was loud, Dave.
it was probably Twisted Sister or something like that. I don't know what the hell it was, but yeah, it was 86. I had that music. I was so proud. I felt so independent, and then I was like, that was really bad.
Uh,
Yeah.
but you have to have those close calls to like
That's it. I
learn,
I
right?
I never put it that loud again after that, but, I gotta tell you a funny story on that day. So, my buddy and I are in his house, his dad's at work, his brother went to school, and his dad had this parrot, okay? And we're trying to watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and this parrot is sitting there yapping, and my buddy stands up and goes to the cage and says, "Shut the fuck up." And that parrot reached out and grabbed him right here on the lip and wouldn't let go. And his face is stuck against the cage and he's screaming and it put a hole right through his lip. And
Like with the beak?
yeah, the beak. Yeah, it pierced him.
Oh,
And he's screaming and that parrot's holding on because he told that parrot to shut the fuck up. And he's like, trying to scream at me, get the parrot off my face. But I didn't know what to do. We're not going to punch the parrot through the cage.
right.
And I couldn't breathe. I couldn't stop laughing. He was so pissed. Still has a permanent scar to this day. But when that parrot's like, dude, you aren't going to tell me to shut the fuck up. And he just latched onto his face. And I was like, he has to explain to his dad how the hell that happened. You know, I was ditching
Parrots are
school
a trip.
yeah,
Parrots are a real trip.
yeah. I'll never
Yeah,
forget
they've got an attitude. Yeah, woo. I vaguely remember a friend having one, and they would let it out of the cage, and it would just chase you around the house, and it was
Oh my God.
scary.
Yeah. See, see.
Yeah, I
That
would like
wasn't
to
it.
have one for like a
Yeah.
little while to see like how this conversation goes, but
The thing is, okay, so here's the deal. If someone leaves you, like I have an uncle who has a bird and he says, "Hey, when I die, I'm leaving this bird to you." And I was like, "Dude, do not leave that bird to me." Because birds live forever.
they're like turtles.
Yeah, the turtles and birds never will a turtle or a bird to anybody. It's like the worst thing you could do to somebody. They live for, I mean, like 100 years old, or turtles further than that, and you're like, dude, what do I do to this goddamn turtle? That's not fun. Don't will
Yeah,
that to me. Yeah.
this is true. Yep, birds are wacky. Wait,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. I was been thinking about this. I'm curious. Have you bought, and I'm sure you have, and I want to know what it is. Have you bought your first baby
Uh,
baby item? And are you doing like a room in your house for the baby?
100% doing a room in the house. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And the only item I have now is a onesie Alabama onesie for because my
I
son
knew
played
it.
football at Alabama and now I'm an Alabama fan. Now my goal is, and I know my son will see this show, my goal is to raise this kid a Dodger fan. My son is a Padre fan, and there's no way in hell my grandson's going to be a Padre fan. I can't take it. So every time I see that kid, I'm bringing something Dodgers over. That is my goal. I gotta have that kid be a Dodger fan.
Well, what you need to do is take him to the games, right? So
Yeah.
because that's so feasible and so
Yes.
logistically possible often, and then he'll fall in love with.
Yeah. And my son will say, being a Padre fan's been a lifetime of misery. So I was like, dude, come on, let's give this kid a head start. That's my big goal. Yeah, I will be that person that spoils him and all that stuff. And I mean, I don't want to sit there and screw up his diet. Who knows what his parents are going to be like as far as, hey, we're really strict on sugar and stuff. So I don't want to be that person that's giving him candy necklaces all the time or that fun dip,
Yeah, yeah,
but at the
yeah.
same time, every time I see that kid, I'm bringing something where that kid's going to go, hey, grandpa's coming over and I know I'm getting something, but yeah, I'm going to spoil the hell out of that kid.
Has your wife bought stuff? Like I
No,
can't
she
imagine.
had
Like no,
she
no.
had she has not. She's cleared things out though for that room you talked about. And so
So I
we're
imagine painting is going to happen. There's a painting, and
yes.
then some furniture is going to show up, Dave,
It's
that you're going to have to put
okay.
together. Yeah.
Okay,
Are you
here's an
good at that?
argument. No, not at all. Not at
Oh,
all.
okay.
I don't put anything together and I don't even this chair I'm sitting in needs to go. And I'm like, all right, I've been looking at office chairs nonstop, but I
They're
keep going.
expensive.
They're expensive. One, two is every time I only go to stores where they're already put together. Like I see great stuff online. I was like, you got to put it together. I'm like, I can't put it together. So
Dave, all you do is put the stem into the base. That's all you have to do.
it sounds simple.
No, you literally pick up the chair and it has a stem and you
Okay.
put it into the base. We
Okay,
just
Nicole,
bought one and that's
did
all you
you?
had to do.
Okay, Nicole, I'm gonna buy one online. And if I have an issue, I'm gonna do the next show standing up and it's gonna be your fault. All right. But I'm so fearful of putting anything together. But all right, so we had this argument here. You can be the judge on this one. She says to me 3 days ago, hey, we're gonna get a rocking chair in the house, something where Josh's wife is comfortable when she has the baby and nursing and everything. And I said, not exactly a rocking chair, but I mean, like a lazy boy kind of chair. She goes, we got to go buy it. And I said, no, I'm not going to go buy it. And she says, why not? And I said, because I want her to pick out the chair she wants. I will buy the chair once I know it's the one that's comfortable to her. And I go, that's insane. I go, what if she hates the chair we pick out? And then we're out of what, $1,000? And so I said, no, she can pick out whatever she wants and I'll be happy to buy it. But I'm not going to buy the chair without her sitting in a bunch of them and deciding this is the one that I'll be in when the baby is, crying and needs to be soothed. So am I wrong or is she
No, I'm
okay?
totally with you on that because I was going to say we've been shopping for office chairs and or bedroom chairs, and the thing is like there you have to shop online because that's where they all are, and you want it delivered because there's
Yeah,
no way I'm going to pick up some
exactly.
big chair, but you can't sit in them,
Yeah.
so
See?
it's such a gamble.
Yes. That's
It
that's my whole argument back.
it's a
Yeah.
gamble, and it's either going to be the best thing in the world or you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
And they're so pricey. I mean, I don't know where they get off charging these numbers for office chairs.
All right. So do you mind me asking how much did you spend? Because you're absolutely right. I'm seeing anywhere between $300 to $1,800.
I mean, I was looking at those. I searched, Dave, I was like cross-eyed, like I searched for days and then I would take breaks and search for days again. I knew the vibe that she wanted. And I ended up finding one for $150.
No way. Okay.
I did. And but it was like the only one. And I used AI to help
Yeah.
me shop. Like I would find the inspo, put it into AI. I mean, we went on. It was a big deal. It took a long time. It was labor intensive. I probably would have like saved a lot of time just paying the money. But anything I liked usually was about $600.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And you put it together.
I just had to put this. There's a stem on the bottom of
Yeah.
the chair, and it just went into the base.
What about the arms and everything? You did
There's
all
no
that?
arms on it.
Okay. Got it.
but
All
I
right.
think the arms would come on it. And if they don't, I mean, it's literally screws. My daughter just redid her whole room. So I put together shelves, I put together the
Wow.
bed, um,
You
and I put
paint?
together this chair, but
Did you paint too?
no painting.
Okay. Yeah.
Phew.
I've never painted a thing in my life also.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have friends of
That's
mine who
something
say,
that I
yeah,
absolutely will not waste money on.
yeah,
That it is so expensive. Hiring
they are.
painters and the paint is so expensive when I know I'm fully capable of
Yeah.
doing it, unless it's like an entire house or like an exterior.
Yeah.
But like one wall or one room, I've always done it myself.
Yeah. I'm always afraid of messing it up. Yeah. I don't know.
It's really not hard.
Yeah. And they say if you mess it up, it's a big deal. You just go do it again and fix it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
paint.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's not
I
a
got to
big
be
deal.
more handy. I'm that guy that changes a battery in the smoke detector and thinks I'm the smartest guy on the planet. I did it.
That's not always the easiest task, I gotta say.
No, it is not. And then they all start going off at the same time. Or when your
Yeah.
neighbors can't figure it out and it's keeping you up at night because your neighbors are sitting there. It's like, dude, what the hell? Get a 9-volt battery. They're all
And
going off at
why
the
is
same
it
time.
Yeah, and I used my spare one on the last one that went out, and why is it that they always start in the middle of the night?
Always.
I had
Always.
to turn the power off at the
Yeah.
breaker,
Yeah.
about a week ago because I couldn't get it to stop, and I took the battery out, but it's still wired
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was ready to rip it out of
Yeah. I've done
the
it. I've
ceiling, and
ripped
then I
them
was
out.
like, "Wait a minute, let me check the breaker," and sure enough, there was, like, one just for the alarms, and I was like, "Off with you."
There you go. Are you watching Housewives of Orange County?
I am.
Okay. What's your feeling?
Um, I feel like everybody's just being so phony right now. It's like
Yeah.
the phony train. Everybody's just trying to pretend to be nice and trying to pretend to get along. And like, I feel like somewhere deep down, they are exhausted from fighting and they do want like those good times back, but they're also like bruised and, bitter. And,
Yeah.
what we're also missing, which I'm so excited about that's coming out, is Girls Trip.
Okay.
It's coming out on the 10th, I think. And I know a lot of drama went down and a lot of drama with the OC crew went down. And speaking of, I was just reading, and I can't believe that like this went over my radar. That Liz quit Rhode Island. She
No.
stepped away from the show.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, that best friend of hers, Dino, that
Yeah.
guy, he just turned down a plea deal for 88 years in jail,
Wow.
and he's going to go to trial. He's part of the La Cosa Nostra
Wow.
crime family. And apparently, like she is thick as thieves with this guy. So there's all these theories out there that she was money laundering,
Ooh.
and like she has ties to it. And she was mentioned in investigative reports, like when they were watching him, when the feds were watching him. So, and people were saying like the charges that he has, and he has a lot of charges against him. They were like, that's like the minor stuff that this guy does. So apparently he's like a real
Mafia guy, huh?
mm-hmm,
Wow.
and some kind of like drug smuggling. And yeah, they wanted him to plead guilty to drug smuggling and like a lot of charges and 88 years. And he said, no, he's going to take his chance at a jury.
Wow.
I mean, unless they can pay off this jury, which
Yeah.
they might know how to do that, being part of such a big crime family. You never know. So this is going to be very interesting. But again, why do these people sign up for these shows?
Yeah.
What?
You see it fall apart all the time. All the time.
But if you know that your best friend, and you're going to bring your best friend on the show with you,
Yeah.
is facing these charges, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's
Are you just going out with a bang?
Yeah, it's obviously everybody in jail thought they were going to get away with it. There's nobody who's in jail that didn't think they were going to get away with it. And then you look at these shows we talk about all the time. You're living in a glass house and things fall apart, marriages fall apart, families fall apart. I mean, Tamara lost basically communication with her daughter, and you go, was it worth it? Is it all worth it in the end?
But when you are doing illegal activity, This is so wild to me, and I know we've talked about this so
Yeah,
many times, but I thought that this Liz would have been a little smarter than that. I mean, she claims to be this like businesswoman. What are you doing?
exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah, we've discussed, we've had guests on the show we've asked, and said, "Hey, it always feels like there are mafia ties." Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it goes that way, but it does feel like a lot of the people, especially in New Jersey and Rhode Island, have mafia ties.
Well,
I mean,
Liz does.
yeah, look at that.
Liz does. So what do you think? What are your thoughts on Orange County?
I kind of with you. It feels like everyone's kind of just putting their toe in the water right now. That no one's sitting there saying how they really feel. I almost wish they didn't bring Vicky back. Vicky's another one that did this show, and here's the deal: she doesn't have any communication, but she doesn't see her daughter, and she doesn't see her son, and she lost Don, and she mentions the fact she misses Don, which is bizarre to me. Like she has a serious boyfriend now. If I was a serious boyfriend, I'd be upset that she talks about her ex-husband the way she does. Um, I don't know. What was it worth it? I think as you get older, if you can't figure it out, that maybe the relationships with your family are what's most important in life. But with Vicky, it seemed like she was chasing money and stature forever. I mean, I'm guessing Vicky was never a person that was popular in high school, and now that all of a sudden she's popular, and she's always doing the scale of, hey, I'm the most popular one on the show. I'm the OG, this and that. I almost wish they just didn't bring her back. She's
Well, she is
frustrating
in
to
touch
listen
with
to.
her son. Her son runs her
But he
insurance company.
Yeah, but he doesn't come to visit often. When he was on last week, he basically,
It's traveling.
he's traveling, hasn't seen his sister in how many years, and I mean, dude, you're finally back in the country. You aren't going to make a trip to see your sister's kids. It's different in my family for sure. Family's important. So um I don't know, but Vicky is exhausting to me, and she's the same person. And when they were pulling things out of the box on the last episode I saw was things about you, and she's Debbie Downer, and her
Yeah.
feelings got hurt, and I thought it was hilarious. I mean, it was one of my favorite things of the show. And
Yeah.
then you have Emily, who with the new body and new face, all of a sudden I don't think her and her husband are going to last. It kind of feels like I'm too good for him. She's fallen in love with the mirror.
She's falling in love with the mirror. She seems like a real stressor. Like she really stresses about her kids. And I understand that they're
Yeah,
trying to, figure out the exact diagnosis and everything, what's going on with her son. And I understand how that is obviously just turns your world upside down. But I feel like she wants him to react to everything the same way that she reacts instead of letting him, the husband, deal with what's going on with their son in his own way. Like you're two different people. And I see her sort of like saying to him, like she kind of implies like he doesn't care because his reactions are different
yeah,
than her big huge reactions. Um I feel like she really doesn't have a handle on her house. I feel like behind closed doors those kids just run amok.
yes, I agree. I agree with that.
And I feel
And
like Gina finally has good hair. Finally. After all of these years, she has good hair.
what do you think of the new girl, the one that was married to the quarterback, Jeff Garcia?
I mean, maybe she's a perfectly nice person, but I feel like there's a lot of trying too hard
Yeah,
and just tacky,
yeah,
a bit tacky, a bit showy,
yeah, yeah.
you know?
She is. She is.
She is. And Heather is just she's kind of obnoxious. I mean, she always has been, but it's really like she now is like reverting to like being a little girl. Like she like gets all like giddy like a little girl, like a spoiled child. And I'm like, oh no, oh God. As those kids are like leaving the house, she's becoming a child again. And I
Yeah,
just, what was that Valentine's party? That's like a teenager's party.
yeah.
Like, what was that?
I kind of like so far that we aren't seeing a lot of Terry. Terry admits that he loves being in front of the camera. Like he loves the fame. I kind of like the fact so far he's not, edited into a lot of the show, which is fine with me. I don't know. But with Heather, I always feel like Heather always felt like she's better than everybody, and it was her dream. We've talked about this. Is I think she would love to be on the Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's the show she really wants to be on.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
one
this
there
show,
beneath him.
so it's going nowhere for me so far. So it's been a little boring, but In the City just wrapped up. Big Brother just started, so I got really excited about that. Um, and what else? Do you watch McBee Dynasty at all?
No, I haven't watched the show.
It's a good one.
Okay.
So we're in the middle of season 2 on that one. It's these ranchers. It's this family, these guys, and the mom, the matriarch, and the father just went to jail
Oh, wow.
for, money laundering or tax evasion or all of the above. And the boys are trying to save the farm as the banks are like calling and wanting their payments. Like, I mean, I guess
Yeah.
when you go to jail for something like that, any loans you have out, they can demand full payment right away, or
Okay.
they like take possession of everything. So they're like fighting to like keep it alive. It's a good show.
Okay. The show, Nicole, I think I'm ready to stop watching is The Valley. I think I'm gonna be out. Like I keep saying I gotta be better than this. And that's the show where I go, I think I'm done. Like I gotta walk away at some point. There's nothing in the valley for me.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of videos where people were like, "Okay, it's time to recast."
Oh,
But
okay.
I really like Jesse. I gotta say, I like Jesse. The Danny guy, I mean, he's got to get off camera. He's
Yeah.
got to stop behaving like this on camera. He's gonna cringe. He's gonna die when he watches this season back. And Kristen needs to go get healthy,
Yes.
mentally healthy, and they need to work on their marriage outside of the cameras as well.
Agree. Agree on that. I got to what Danny, besides the drinking and being not very nice, his eating in the last episode I thought was hilarious. He looked like a guy who hadn't eaten in a week and watched this. I know editing had a lot to do with it, but this guy cannot stop stuffing his face. It
He
was
was
amazing to
so
watch.
he was so blackout drunk, and Lala goes, "Man, you got cheese all over your face." Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and
But
I
I think
wanted that show to work because Jax was off it. I wanted it to work.
I feel like if they followed like Jesse and Tom Schwartz
Yeah,
and Tom Schwartz's new girlfriend and maybe her crowd or her crew, like I don't know, I feel like they could pivot with the people because I do find Jesse highly entertaining. Like he's a funny guy to me.
yeah,
I think that I really grew to like him.
good, good.
But you know, his ex-wife Michelle, although she's beautiful and all that, she's pretty boring. And
Boring.
everybody else is just sort of this. And the one with the broken leg is such a big baby.
Yeah,
Like I hate a big baby. Oh my god, I hate a big crybaby dude. Like that's so
yeah.
ick. Oh,
I'm with you. I think it was a torn knee ligament, but it doesn't matter. One and the same.
I
He's
don't
that guy
care.
where you just want to punch him in the face. He's that guy. Just shut up. I can't take it
Yeah,
anymore.
I just want to go give him back to his mother. Just take him back.
I'm with you, but I keep thinking, I go, man, I got to cut some of these out and catch up on some other ones. But I don't know what they do with the valet. Kind of curious if they ever bring it back.
We'll see. Because I do like Zach. I like Jesse. I like Tom Schwartz. We could go somewhere with that.
Yeah, it'd be
But
interesting to see what they do.
yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
boy.
my gosh. Do you have
But Big
yeah.
Brother is back. Do you ever watch Big Brother?
You know what? You talk about it, and I've never watched Big Brother ever. I just never watched it. But now
I
the way
just
you gush about it, I'm thinking I got to start watching this. Can I
I love
catch up for this late? Can I jump in and go? Okay, I'm
Yes,
going to enjoy
because
this show.
it would be a good time to jump in because you could kind of binge a few episodes.
Okay,
Um, so yeah, I love the show. I love the format. I love the idea. I think it's great.
good deal.
But yeah. So do we have mailbag?
Yes, we do. We do have a mailbag here. Okay,
Okay.
so again, if you want to get questions in, and we have questions that have come in for Nicole, we actually have enough for a few shows for mailbags. But get them in. Don't hesitate. Don't let it hold you back. Nicole's mailbag again is perfectlytwistedpod.com, and the mailbag's on the top of the screen, and you get them in. Rochelle Evans wrote in 5 questions for you. Okay,
Okay.
it says, Nicole, what's the first, best, and worst concerts you've attended?
Okay. My first concert ever, weirdly, was Rod Stewart
Okay.
because my mom and her friend and me and her daughter we were friends. You know what I mean? Like me and the daughter were friends, and then
Yeah.
our moms were friends, so we all hung out together a lot. And our moms wanted to see Rod Stewart, so I saw Rod Stewart at the Forum. That was my first concert.
Do you remember the year?
No, but it had to be. I had to be like 11,
Okay.
something like that, like young.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then my first concert that I went to, like for myself, that I was excited to go to was Depeche Mode.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool. Do you remember where that was?
that was like Irvine, Irvine outside.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's in Irvine, yeah, where there's an
Yeah,
outside amphitheater, or was.
yeah.
Um, and then best concert. I've been to a lot of good concerts. But one that's like really memorable to me was I saw Sade at an outdoor venue in San Diego.
Okay.
It was pretty small and pretty intimate. It wasn't like a huge
Yeah.
thing. And I was with a boyfriend at the time, and just she was so amazing in person and so amazing live. And she's just so cool. And just her everything, the way they did the stage and the lighting and her voice and her was so magical.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, next question is Nicole, what's the best and worst part about being famous?
Um the best part is, I think a lot of times people will be really friendly, right? They feel like they know you, or they're just excited to see you. Um, like I had a lady, she was from Europe, and she saw me in the grocery store the other day, and she just couldn't contain it. She was so excited. She was squealing. And it's like that part of it can be fun because people
Yeah.
are being friendly to you, and like they love you, and that's just nice.
Yeah, very nice.
That's
Yeah.
very nice. And then the worst part of it is people know you.
Yeah.
People think they know you. Um, and that kind of is like the worst and the best. It's the double-edged sword because
How long does it take for you to realize that, hey, they know me from my work and not, oh no, this might be someone related to someone my kid goes to school with? Like you have to play the game in your head. Like, am I supposed to know this person, or is this person a fan because of my work? Like, is that a hard game for you to figure out?
I think usually if someone's saying hi to me um from school or something like that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to recognize
Okay.
them. And I've kind of gotten to a place in my life where I just don't really think about it that much. If someone's saying hi to me, they're saying hi to me, and
Yeah.
like, I'll say hi back, and we can do a little small talk or whatever. Sometimes people are just talking to you because you're the person in front of them in line.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? Sometimes it's none of the above. So I've kind of given up on trying to figure any of that out.
I told you I'm going through this stage now where I don't seem to recognize anybody, even people I'm supposed to recognize, which
Yeah.
kind of
It's
scares me.
called senile. You're going
Senile.
senile.
People say it's lack of sleep. They're telling me, I'm like, I don't know. Either way, it's embarrassing. We were out to dinner the other night, and a person came up to me and spoke to me for 30 minutes straight. And my wife is on the other side of the table, and they leave, and she goes, "You have no idea who that was." I go, "No idea." That's like that all the time. Anyone who knows me knows that you better basically give me your name, your social security number, everything for me to know who the hell you were, because it's so insulting that I should know. I just don't know. I can't I can't put faces together in my past. It's really, really weird, sad. It's embarrassing as shit. I tell you what, you know,
Well, listen, you can only do your best, Dave.
I don't know.
You can
If
only
I
do
was
your
you,
best.
by the way, if you, that's it, do your best. I always try my best. If I was you, I think the worst part of your situation, because you're a whole nother level, is when someone's taking a picture of you that you didn't know they were taking a picture. I think that's the most unfair thing you could do to a person, is to sit there and go, I'm gonna take a picture of this human being and they don't know I'm taking it, and then I'm gonna post it. That sucks.
Yeah, that it is. It does suck. It does suck. But what can you do?
Yeah, that's awful. All right, Nicole, if you could own any piece of movie or TV memorabilia, what would it be?
Um, gosh, I guess like a gown of Marilyn Monroe's or something
Oh,
like
wow.
that, right?
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. Like the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend
Oh,
gown,
wow.
something like that. I think that would be pretty nostalgic and pretty amazing. I know though that Kim Kardashian got one out of the vault and like wore it. And
Really?
yeah, and I know a lot of people were annoyed, but I don't blame her because oh my god, if you got the opportunity to do that, of course you would. But
Yeah.
then it's kind of annoying too because you
Yeah.
don't want anybody else to wear it. It was hers and it
Yeah.
should hang there and, be frozen in time. But yeah, she always wore beautiful clothes. She always had really good style. So something like of hers, because I love vintage too, and I love
Yeah.
that era. So yeah, I'll go with that.
You always hear stories about actors that will take stuff from the set, like, and did you ever take any wardrobe stuff? Did he ever go, "Hey, I love this, I'm taking it"?
Very rarely. And the thing is for me, when I wear an outfit, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
probably never gonna wear that same outfit again. I'm cool with like recycling clothes. I don't mean like you can only wear things once,
Yeah.
but like a certain outfit together and everything like that. I'm just and when you're on set and you spend days upon days in the same outfit, I generally don't ever want to see those articles of clothing ever
Yeah.
again. Like I'm good. Keep it.
Yeah, no, I understand. All right, Nicole, any fun memories from filming Frequent Flyer?
Oh, um well, I always kinda love the fake airplane sets.
Yeah.
Those are really fun. They're really weird and really fun. Um, and I remember shooting in Texas, and it was freezing, and we were playing it for Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, so weird. But I really, I had more fun, like, offset on Frequent Flyer.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was like Christmas time and I was like buying all these antiques and shipping it back for Christmas gifts and doing my Christmas shopping and just really kind of enjoying Texas and um traveling and not being at home. But filming that, it was okay. Chuck Wagner's he was okay. He was an okay guy.
Okay. Last question from Rochelle. Nicole, do you think you'll ever write an autobiography?
I am writing right now. I have a proposal written and I have some sample chapters written and I'm kind of like talking to some publishers and some agents and just feeling it out to see is it would it could it should it because there's just a lot of stuff I haven't talked about so that's why a book would be interesting to me
Yeah.
because there's just a lot of stuff people don't know and I think that people would be surprised and it's stuff I don't talk about so I have to decide like am I willing to write a book about it and um so we'll see. We'll see about
Okay.
that. Oh, I want to circle back to frequent flyer. Something I hated about frequent flyer is
Okay.
I had like a really short, like shaggy, edgy haircut back then, and they were styling it like they were they were blow drying it and making it all puffy, and I hated it because it made me look like an old lady.
Oh,
It was like too mature for my age because I was fairly young, and it was just it's not the way that haircut was supposed to be done, and so they would,
yeah.
like, poof it out, and it was, like, in Texas, so it was a Texas guy, like, doing my hair. So that I hated that, but yeah, okay, next
There
question.
you go. No, that was it.
Oh, that
Rochelle,
was it.
Rochelle, appreciate the 5 questions. That was awesome. So, again, you can get your questions in just like Rochelle, perfectlytwistedpod.com. The mailbag's at the top of the screen, and we'll get them on the show.
Yes, thank you. Those are good questions, and we appreciate them. Give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and we will catch you next week.